All right, everyone, we're out here on Cedar Creek Lake, our favorite lake, although it hasn't been as good to us this year and the end of last as it normally is. Hoping to turn that around today. Practicing for the third stop of the TTO, just 1 week after PK, so just kind of checking some shallow stuff this morning with the clouds and hopefully still a shad spawn going on. We don't know for sure yet, we just got out here, but and then we'll move offshore probably for a large portion of the rest of the day to scan around. So practice today, tournament tomorrow. Y'all stay tuned.
I think I like it.
You think there'd be at least one or two little ones in here? Some of the only grass on this lake. I guess there's some weed grass in places. Oh, yep, there's a fish. That's not a bass fish either. It's a bass. It is? That was first cast, dude. No, that's not a bass. Oh, that's a bass. Yeah. He's strong though. Okay. Yeah. It's not a bad way to start practice. No. First cast on the spook. I think I had moved it maybe twice. Alright guys, well that didn't take long. It's a nice chunky fish. Post spawn for sure. That fish would be a little heavier, but over 3 pounds I'd say. Not a bad way to start practice. Literally first cast with the spook right along this marina. We'll take it. See you, buddy. But that is also a potential option for next week. Yeah. If we don't get a pond video tonight, do a tournament preview real quick to walk in the big one. I don't even know if you keep on the ladder. He's not looking this way. He's not looking this way.
Number one for me?
No.
We ain't gonna spend the entire day in the southern arm.
Oh. Oh, we could.
Good. There's a lot of fish there that would be coming out.
Big one. Huh? Bigger than 3?
Oh, dude.
What? Got another worm in his mouth?
Got a shad in this one.
Oh, that's sick. That might be bigger than 3. Mine was 3 this morning.
We're gonna have to.
Do we have a scale on this one?
I don't know.
Probably could look.
Alright guys, don't want to show everyone, but nice solid fish. Fuck. Choked to shad. You can see that. But out here offshore, probably should try to find some other fish.
We need a video. Measure that one. Just for my curiosity. Where's the board at? Not a keeper. quick. Alright guys, one on the deep crank, not gonna keep, but fun to catch. Hmm? Good. That would be it. It's built weird. He's got a weird sore on his belly. Alright everyone, as you saw, pretty decent practice. We really only practiced about half a day. We practiced till about 11:30, something like that, and then went and got lunch, then went and got back out on the water, and then had some other issues with the boat that we ended up having to spend the rest of the evening fixing. But, you know, for half a day of practice, it really wasn't terrible. We were excited. Things were looking pretty good, and we thought we maybe had something figured out. You know, we pretty much every spot we pulled up on offshore, we caught, you know, 1 or 2 fish between 3 and 4 pounds pretty quick within the first probably 10 to 15 casts, like it should be in the post spawn when they're first getting out offshore. You know, this time of year in the post spawn, when they finally are making that move offshore, they can get really grouped up, and it can be really good. A really good time to throw a crankbait, a hair jig, a jigging spoon, and then drag like a Carolina rig in a big worm or a drop shot when they're not actively feeding. But when they're actively feeding, this can be the best time of year to throw that big deep crankbait offshore. A hair jig can be really good, an underspin, some swim baits, stuff like that. So, you know, it was pretty good, and we were excited. I caught the first keeper of the day on a spook on my first cast of practice. That was over 3 pounds as well, up shallow. So, you know, it really was looking good. We had a lot of quality fish located in a lot of different places, and so we were very excited to get out there the next day and, you know, see what we could do in the tournament. We knew if we were finding them that well offshore, as easy as it seemed for us, that some other guys were too. So we knew it was probably going to be a slugfest, but we were excited to go out there and try to put together a big bag. Storm rolled in night before the tournament, and so maybe change some things up a little bit, but y'all have to stay tuned and wait for the next video, for the tournament video for that. But that's pretty much all we have for practice. You know, just, you know, simple, really. Started shallow in a little marina, caught that one on the spook, checked a couple other shallow spots, didn't really catch a whole lot of decent fish, and then slid out offshore and just started scanning, you know, typical post spawn areas, big, long, gradual points at the mouth of spawning pockets that the fish were kind of should be moving their way back out onto as they transition from the spawn to their summer patterns into the post spawn. So, you know, longer gradual points, humps near spawning pockets, and just kind of scanned around, and when we'd find a school of fish, we'd drag that worm through there, throw a crankbait, and catch 1 or 2 pretty quick. So overall, a good practice. Appreciate you guys watching this one. Y'all stay tuned for the next video. It'll be the tournament video. So appreciate y'all watching. We'll see you next time.
I got the bread and I got the juice. I got some dogs and I let them loose. Bring in the storm and this ain't the Zeus. Walk in the skies but this ain't the loop. This ain't the truth. We ain't the same, you ain't have a clue. I'm in the game and untouchable, cause I got the flame and this is the proof. Loading my tote, I still want all the smoke. We ain't talking about jokes, we just talking about more. I see y'all.